everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Panthers going up against the Falcons. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And welcome again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Larry, he took a moment to highlight the tight ends that we're going to see in this one. I know in our production meeting we were talking about what we wanted to highlight pregame, and you said tight ends. Why did you say that?
Because it can be such a matchup issue for defenses nowadays, because these tight ends, they're oversized guys, but they can run as well. So who are you going to cover them with? If you use a traditional linebacker, they're usually going to run past those guys. If you're going to use a smaller corner, maybe they'll be too big. Can a safety match up and run with them and also use enough bulk to keep them from just having their way? So many ways that tight ends are used nowadays. They're fun to watch.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Matt Ryan and the rest of the Falcon offense trotting onto the field. Their season ended in the divisional round this year of the playoffs. And for Matt Ryan, the numbers were still very good, but down significantly, Charles, from his season a year ago.
Yeah, yards per attempt, yards per completion, quarterback rating all down, as you said, significantly. But still a season that most people would be very happy with. 20 touchdown passes, just 12 interceptions. The problem is he set the bar so high the year before with 38 and 7. So we know what Matt Ryan's...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Spins by. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 73 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for some. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense, but the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He'll drop to throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And once again, we get a look at the Panthers offense. They come back out onto the field. And what I'm curious to ask you is, as we look forward to 2018, what are they going to need to change? Is it out wide? Is it on the offensive line to make this offense even better?
Well, I would say yes to both of those, and I'm going to stay on the offensive side of the football. Continue to get reinforcements on the offensive line. See if Ryan Khalil, their center, who's been a 5-time Pro Bowler, see if he'll need a little bit of help. See, battled some injuries during the season. I think another full-time running back, because they may have to supplement in that area, but definitely speed at the wide receiver position. They just don't have guys who can run and stretch a defense, and that puts a lot of pressure on their running game, which the Panthers want to do first, and still finish 4th in the league in running the football in 2017. They also won 11 games. Pretty good bounce-back season for the Panthers.
He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now, last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They go play action here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and some space here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll go option to the short side. He'll pitch it. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free. If you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you, and anyone coming from the back.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams, but he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
We go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy is going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and now he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. Rough so far for him. That's the only way to describe it. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 INTs thus far.
Love the description. Rough, rocky, shaky, all of those things. But this is where you find out about a quarterback, isn't it? This is where you find out about your team leader. Can he handle some of that adversity, bounce back, and give them better play down the stretch? They still have a chance to win. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now it's Ryan. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. Room to run past midfield, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he? The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down. Ryan going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone, touchdown Atlanta. Tevin Coleman as the 1st half is winding down. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the 2nd half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the 2nd half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here. Now whistles at a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 42 yards.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gain.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Ryan to throw. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw is Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Ryan. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. And now running right through it. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A Falcon first down. Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get
the Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right near the 27. Give him 30 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
11 more on that one and another first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Buying time to his left. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw. Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again is Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hardy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Ryan now to throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hardy. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept it.